ሰላም ጽጌ ነኝ ከአቢሲኒያ ኢትስ። እንደምታውቁት ሜይ የሜንታል ሄልዝ አዌርነስ ማንት ነው። እኛም ይህንን ምክንያት በማድረግ አቢሲኒያ ኢትስ ከኪነት ቤት ጋር በመተባበር ኮፊ ኤንድ ኮንቨርሴሽን ነርቸሪንግ ዌልነስ ቱጌዘር የተሰኘ የቡናና የኮንቨርሴሽን ታይም ይዘንላችሁ መጥተናል። በዚህ ፕሮግራም ላይ በሙያው ጠለቅ ያለ እውቀትና ልምድ ካላቸው ሰዎች ጋር ቡናችንን እየጠጣን ውይይትን እናደርጋለን። እናንተ grab your coffee and join us. Thank you.
So we're going to start by taking some deep breaths to organize, like to just kind of center ourselves. If we're going to talk about wellness, right? If we're talking about health, we need to ground ourselves. So we're just going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Hold it for a count of 4. Okay, so breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, and exhale for 4. Ready? Let's do it all together. All right. You feel a little bit better, like a little bit more relaxed, right? I love it.
What I notice when their mental health is not in place, when mental health is compromised, the first thing people drop is what I want them to do, which is brushing and flossing. And then I do see the presence of gingivitis and periodontal disease. So disease in your mouth is not only disease in your mouth, it's connected with your whole body. The bacteria, you have it. I assure you, you have it in your guts. In the bacteria, you have it in your guts. You have it in your mouth. It's not 2 people, it's one system. So the oral health is connected with systemic health. So definitely when mental health is compromised, oral health also compromised. When oral health is compromised, systemic health is compromised. So that is why mental health is close to my heart. Like, you will see me talking about it with my friends, family. That's why I had to bring it here. It's really close to my heart. The second thing I see when people start taking medications. Medications causes dry mouth, what is called xerostoma. So the first thing that gives you is risk for cavities and demineralization on the enamel. And then finally, when things are severe, trust me, we do see crack and broken teeth. And that comes from clenching and grinding. Clenching and grinding is the way of our body releasing stress. So I'm telling you, as a community, this is something that we should talk about.
Mental health encompasses our entire social, psychological, emotional, and for this group, our spiritual well-being. And we want that all to be aligned so that we can be mentally healthy.
That mental health is not just happening in a vacuum. It goes hand in hand with our eating habit and the sleeping, social interaction, how busy we are, and everything that is happening in our life. So some of the things that we can do that our parents or grandparents were lucky enough to do it all the time is the social interaction and having people at the support system, having a coffee like this and have a conversation, or in our group it is wine most of the time. So yeah, so having that openness and vulnerability and to interact with the people that we have around us. And another thing is that having some time alone, that is very, very important, especially I see a lot of women here, so especially as a woman, we do not have time to take care of ourselves. It's all about the kids, the father, the mother, the brothers, and all that. So just taking some time, quiet moment, if it is a spirituality, the connection with God or within ourselves, and the journaling, and for some people who like to garden, that's also a very important thing.
And that's very important because we're all going to have things that work for us that doesn't necessarily work for others. So after a long day, I spend my day talking to a lot of people. So I put on my headphones with some gospel music or something just upbeat, and I start digging in that dirt. My hands get dirty and I get lost in it. So the cares of the world and everybody else's cares that I tend to carry just dissipate. And also I take walks, and my walks got longer and longer. Now I'm walking up to 7 miles at a time because I have so much that I have to release. And when I'm done, I just feel free. And I think sometimes we take those things for granted and they don't cost anything. The digging in the dirt, the walking, taking pictures of the beauty that we see around has an effect that we can't even, put a price on.
እንግዲህ አሁን እህቶቼም ያነሷቸው ነገሮች ናቹራል ቢሆኑም መጽሐፍ ቅዱሳዊም ናቸው። ለምሳሌ ያህል እግዚአብሔር ሰንበትን ለሰው ልጆች ሰጥቷል። ምን ማለት ነው ሰንበት? ለምሳሌ ሰንበት ለእስራኤል ልጆች ሲሰጥ እንዲያርፉ ነው። በዛ ቀን ምንም ስራ እንዳይሰሩ ለራሳቸው ታይም እንዲሰጡ ብቻ ነው። ማለት ከፈለጉ ወክ ማድረግ ይችላሉ፣ ከፈለጉ መተኛት ይችላሉ፣ መዋኘት ይችላሉ። ግን የእግዚአብሔር ሐሳብ ሰንበትን ሲሰጥ ቦዲያችን ማረፍ አለበት እና ለማረፍ ነውና እግዚአብሔር ከመጀመሪያው ቦዲያችን እረፍት እንደሚያስፈልገው ስለሚያውቅ ነው ይሄንን ነገር ያዘጋጀው። ስለዚህ ያነሱት ነገር ናቹራል ነው፣ ግን ቢብሊካልም ነው።
When it comes to therapy, a lot of the time that, especially in our community, we assume it is a luxury or it is something ነጮች ብቻ የሚያደርጉት ምንድነው እጋብ ነው. So we believe that we have everything as long as we live here, and ከሞላልን በኋላ ነው ቴራፒ የምንሄደው. So, but it is like we do not wait until our body is dehydrated to drink water, or we do not wait until the body is completely out of mineral before we eat food. We prevented, all the physical concerns, the health concerns, by eating well and drinking water. So it is the same thing for mental health. Everything that we're doing is to prevent and to also bring out the best version of us.
This is the first poem on my book that I was supposed to bring. That look, she's giving me a look. I already know. Called "The Reflections of Healing." Dance of healing. Okay. When you decide to start digging without knowing what you'll find, you're filled with hopes and expectations of what your healing journey will look like. You think it's going to be linear, you'll go inward, and one door will lead to another. But the reality is, my dearest, healing is more like a dance. You hear the beat of your emotions, and when it's nice and slow, you tell yourself, oh, this is undemanding. Then, without warning, you start crying. The humming of emotions you've never noticed are now demanding your attention. You have no clue how to adjust, so you give yourself time to listen. Once you're accustomed to the new beat, you get right back to it. The consistent changing is your new reality, one that cannot be predicted. The moment you decide to start healing, unknowingly you accepted the jumping, sliding, running, and falling. Whatever happens, don't stop. The show must go on. Though it's hard, this is one dance that must be done. Keep swaying to the beat of your healing journey. And whenever you're exhausted, just remember why you started. The real you is there somewhere waiting to be freed. See, on behalf of Sagaye and I, we love you. We hope you felt seen, you felt heard, and that this is part of your community. Thank you so much for trusting us, for spending your time with us, and being so vulnerable and sharing your words, affirmations, processes, and quote unquote low times. We love you. Thank you to our wonderful guests for sharing your knowledge, your time, yes, and helping us create this very vulnerable space, which is what we're lacking. And lastly, but definitely not least, Agiye, my partner for this program. Please give her a round of applause. I am so thankful. I am so thankful to be on this time meeting with you to do this work. I cannot wait how the Lord is going to use us to create this space of healing for our community. Thank you so much.
የዛሬው ኮፊ ኤንድ ኮንቨርሴሽን ነርቸሪንግ ዌልነስ ቱጌዘር የተሰኘው ፕሮግራማችን ያማረ የተቃና እንዲሆን ምክንያት የሆኑልንን ስፖንሰሮቻችንን ልናመሰግን ስራቸውንም ደግሞ ለእናንተ ልናስተዋውቅ እንወዳለን። በመጀመሪያ ሸዊት ሄር ሰሎን ሸዊት ሄር ሰሎንን ስለደግነታቸው እያመሰገንን በ5728 ኤድሰን ሮድ አሌክዛንድሪያ ቨርጂኒያ በሚገኘው የብዙዎችን ጸጉር ተንከባክቦና አስውቦ በሚሸኘው ሳሎናቸው ብቅ እያላችሁ የአገልግሎታቸው ተጠቃሚ እንድትሆኑ እንጋብዛለን። ቤት የመግዛት ወይም የመሸጥ እቅድ ካላችሁ በቋንቋችሁ የምትረዳችሁ በስራው ላይ የጠለቀ ልምድ ያላት እህታችን መዓዛ የዛሬው ፕሮግራማችን ስፖንሰራችን ናት። ሌላኛው ስፖንሰራችን ደግሞ ብላክ ላይን ካፌ ነው። ብላክ ላይን ካፌ thank you for your sponsorship። ብላክ ላይን ካፌ መገኛውን በሮክቪል ሜሪላንድ፣ በዳውንታውን ሲልቨር ስፕሪንግ እንዲሁም በቅርቡ በፓርክዌይ በማድረግ በጣም እጅግ በተዋቡ ካፌዎቻቸው ደንበኞቻቸውን ሲንግል ኦሪጂን የሆነውን ኢትዮጵያዊ ቡና በማቅረብ በማስደሰት ላይ ይገኛሉ። እናንተም በአቅራቢያችሁ ባለ ካፌ የሄዳችሁ የአገልግሎታቸው ተጠቃሚ እንድትሆኑ እንጋብዛለን። ኒውሮሳይክ ዌልነስ ሴንተር እናመሰግናለን።
At Neuropsych Wellness Center, we understand that traditional treatments don't work for everyone. 30% of patients continue to struggle with depression. That's why we offer innovative solutions like TMS, Spravato, and testing to help find the right treatment for you, offering a warm, welcoming space designed with your comfort in mind. FDA approved, non-invasive treatments for depression. TMS therapy, a breakthrough for those struggling with persistent depression. Spravato, a cutting-edge nasal spray for those with treatment-resistant depression, clinically proven to help when other medications haven't worked. Hope starts here. Advanced depression treatment in Fairfax, Virginia. Learn more about TMS and Spravato today.